Greetings, my name is Diana Rendon and this is my first video for Pasantías Preprofesionales 2 second bimester. In this video, I will explain how I will approach a 45-minute class for students in second baccalaureate. Today's topic is healthy habits. As I mentioned in my videos for the first bimester, planning is key for a successful lesson. So I have done my research in advance about the lesson's topic and have my lesson plan primed and ready. Before approaching the topic, let's talk a bit about class management. Due to the sanitary emergency we're now facing, silencing a bunch of unruly teenagers is a mouse click away. But what happens to face interactions? Well, for starters, many veteran teachers have recommended that I do not shout or raise my voice. Instead, they suggested that I use hand gestures and have patience. Wait for the kids to stop talking, then start the lesson. A noisy class can be a source of stress not only for the teacher but also for the students. And what do you know? Today's topic is healthy habits. Avoiding or reducing stress is among the first things a doctor recommends for a healthier and more fulfilling life. I will start the lesson by setting a theme with the anticipatory set, which consists of a short video that showcases the use of past models with a funny skit about a man having his snack stolen by a coworker. Remember, past models talk about what could have, should have, or might have been. Past models also have a distinct structure, and in order to present this to the class, I use activities that include the funny video I just mentioned from the anticipatory set, as well as activities regarding healthy habits. Let me stop for a second and share my screen. And here is the video. Okay, this is from BBC Learning English. This is a video made for an English class that uses models to talk about the past. And let me show you a bit of the video. And here we have the man I was talking about. He said about his snack. And now he's going to use models to talk about this. He's going to say, it must have been Bill that stole my snack. I should have um, put the snack away or eaten it right there. So this relatable situation will help the students better understand the topic and the grammar I am introducing to them. Next up, I will talk about the warm-up activity. These kind of activities are supposed to motivate the students while also introducing the topic at the same time. I opted to show an interesting and very inspiring picture for the warm-up activity. This picture depicts women from the Red Cross arriving at Normandy Beach during World War II. Sharing my screen once more in here. Okay. I present the picture with a few phrases here, 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 and a sample of past models. The students combine the phrases and the models. This helps them practice the correct structure of the models while also beginning to identify them. Okay, once more. Sharing my screen here, here. We have the inspiring picture I was talking about for my warm-up activity. We have the phrases I mentioned, brave women, Normandy Beach, Red Cross. I use colorful font because the picture is in black and white and kids these days like colorful eye-catching things. In this corner, I put the past models so the kids could combine them. So in this exercise, it's very simple what they have to do. They use one of these and combine them with any of these. For example, they must have been very brave women. They could have been from the Red Cross. The first time I show them this picture, they are not going to know what it is about. And finally, they might have been at Normandy Beach. Any of these combinations is fine. after which I explain the background of the picture. Stop sharing my screen. After this, I will talk about the objectives of the lesson and ask the students to watch a short video. This video consists of a clip from the movie Toy Story 4. The first reason I selected this video is because it belongs to a popular franchise and might be familiar to the students. The second reason is because animated movies have dubbing and voice acting, which are generally easier to understand than live action media, the news, or conversation between natives. Now, let me share my screen. Okay, um, sharing my screen, and here it is. So we have this person has highlighted past models in Toy Story 4. Just this clip. And let me show you. He has put big, very noticeable subtitles, and this helps students uh, take note of past models in a, a fun clip, something they might be familiar with or enjoy, and this will catch their attention and help them remain engaged in the class. Stop sharing my screen. With the hard part of the lesson now over, which is the introduction of key grammar, I now ask the students to produce language while making use of the learned grammar. To ease this process, I use relatable situations that the students are highly likely to encounter in their daily lives. These relatable situations I'm talking about are, of course, habits. I feel as the students to organize a group of habits into healthy and unhealthy, like so. Sharing my screen once more. And here we have the habits. Here, healthy and unhealthy. Okay. I follow this by asking students to discuss the habits they practice in their daily lives and how to change the ones that affect their health. As closing review, I summarize the lesson by talking about a very healthy imaginary person and discussing the good habits that led them where they are while also using the past photos. For example, uh, they must have exercised a lot, or they might have led a low stress life. Next up is modeling. This section of the lesson requires that I give the students a clear idea of what to do during guided and independent practice. With this in mind, the exercise introduced during the lesson all aim to help the students make correct use of the past models while applying them to the ever relevant topic of healthy habits. For guided practice, I ask the students to produce language, or in other words, to discuss healthy habits with a partner. Now, from my experience, speaking presents more of a challenge to Ecuadorian students. So I selected this activity to be guided or mm, mm, monitored so I or the student's partner could offer help in need. For the independent practice, I asked the class to make a list of their habits and reflect on how they affect their health. For in-class assessment, I show the learners a picture and ask them to combine them with provided. I show the class a picture and ask them to combine provided phrases with past models. These past models are up for the students' selection. This is reminiscent of the warm-up activity. Uh, for I already talked about the closing review, so for the follow-up, I ask students to write a short paragraph about an older, healthier version of themselves and the good habits that lead them there. I want the students to focus on the positives and imagine a good future for them. And that is all for today's lesson. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on video number 2.